I think most of us can agree that the 2009 live-action Speed Racer movie directed by the Wachowskis, you know, the guys that gave us 2 good movies and a whole bunch of crap after, was, for lack of a better term, god-awful and best left forgotten. But surprisingly, the video game based on the movie wasn't too bad. Released for the Nintendo Wii, Speed Racer is a racing game that is definitely more than meets the eye. I probably should have done that for a Transformers game, but whatever. The point is, this game is awesome, delivering a solid racing experience while adding its own unique set of style and gameplay mechanics worth checking out. Now, the story of the game is practically non-existent. I mean it, there is no story. It's just pick the class of race you want along with your favorite driver from the show or movie and go. Honestly, I shouldn't be too surprised considering what this game is. There doesn't need to be an interesting narrative. It would help, but it's unnecessary. No. Where this game truly shines is in its gameplay. It's actually difficult for me to compare the gameplay to anything since it's somewhat unique. I almost want to say it's like F-Zero or Mario Kart, but not as good, but that would undersell it. So I'll just break it down. You pick your class of race, of which there are 3 varying in difficulty, select a driver, all of which have different stats and cars to perfectly fit your playstyle. Some go faster than others, brake or hit turns harder, or some accelerate faster, or some can even slam into you harder. You heard me right, this game has a combat system and a pretty fun but weird one, which I'll get to in a second. Racing the game feels like one of those old school future racing games you'd find on the PlayStation 2 or Xbox, where cars flew at hundreds of miles an hour, the tracks are very colorful and have huge turns or big loops, and even the occasional speed up mark on the track. Of course, the objective is get to the end, but you don't have to be nice about it, since you are equipped with what the game calls Car Fu. I am not kidding. You are doing karate with your freaking car. You could slam into your opponent's rides, throwing them off course, slam on top of them, spin into them, or even jump over them or to the side to avoid attacks. It's actually a somewhat complex system I have not seen in another racer. This keeps the race feeling intense all the way to the end, as you just want to get behind or to the side of another driver and drop them off the course like the amateur they are. Or better yet, knock 2 guys into one another and cause a pileup. It is great stuff. Now, all of this is done just using the Wiimote. And don't worry, the controls are perfect, so if you played a game like Mario Kart on the Wii, only instead of using fire flowers or turtle shells, you flip or body slam them into oblivion. Guys, I can keep going on about this game, but I won't. It's a crazy fun, inexpensive game that you should not miss out on. The tracks are colorful and the combat is pretty intense. Oh yeah, and you can do this.
I'll still beat ya, punk.
In the end, Speed Racer gets a 7 out of 10. It's not the best, but definitely stands on its own and well above its adapted source material. I'll see you guys next time.